Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to another reaction video. Finally, another Mortal Kombat 1 reaction video. Just before we get into today's actual content, you guys may have noticed that I haven't been posting much recently, and I missed a lot. I missed the Takeda trailer and then release. I missed Farah's release. I missed the first official trailer announcing Khaos Reigns, the expansion pack that is going to be coming in September. And I went to Evo and I got some really cool footage of Farah and Takeda before they were out, and I didn't get to do anything with them because my PC has been broken. But finally, we are back. My PC is back, it is alive, and just in time because today we have a brand new official Cyrax gameplay trailer. So for those of you that do not know, there is an expansion coming to MK1 in September. It is called Khaos Reigns. It will include a story expansion, so similar to what they did in MK11, and it will include 3 characters being released that day, and those characters are Sektor, Cyrax, and Noob Saibot. There will also be 3 guest characters being added at a later time. The characters that were announced are Ghostface, Conan the Barbarian, and T-1000, the Terminator from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So lots of exciting stuff. But today we're going to be getting a good up-close look at Cyrax. Now, we've seen a little bit of her gameplay, first from the Khaos Reigns official trailer, and we've seen a tiny snippet that they put in the preview yesterday, but this is going to be like the focus in on her trailer, and I'm really excited to see what she's going to play like. So let's check it out. Here we go. Ooh.
Where are you?
Oh, this is cool. That's cool. So this is a story slash gameplay trailer.
Fighting your foe unseen, attacking from a distance. There are rules.
Who's she getting attacked by? It seems almost like Sektor.
We have found Kuai Liang and his Shirai Ryu. They gather at the Wuxi for his wedding.
Attack his wedding. We may win the battle, but find we lose the war. No one will respect us.
Better to be feared than respected.
Of course Bihan feels that way. Oh man.
Oh, hell no. We are not doing the Red Wedding.
What?
Season 3, Episode 9.
Game of Thrones reference! What? Okay. Get it together, B. Very cool. Woo!
How long have we known each other? That you could ever
I'm
believe.
curious about something, story-wise, but I'll talk about it after this.
Behind my grandmaster.
Yeah, I'm thinking something, and I'm wondering about
me
it.
for your actions.
Ooh, this music! And this is a new stage? This music is sick. Okay, so does that track? Because that followed, right? That went one direction and then the other. Ooh, how many of those could you put out at a time? Ooh. Certainly also looks faster than in the preview thing, which a lot of... Oh, this is definitely her versus Sektor, so... Ah! That's so sick! The way that they... She even... Okay. So,
You are my instructor and my
the masks, people talked about that, have a very predator look. And she even uncloaks like a predator. Oof!
My speed and skill are
Oh,
beyond
dive
you.
kicking. Woo!
Finish him.
Alright, fatality time. Oof! Just kicking his head around, huh? Poor Johnny. Ah! Animality! Oh my god! Ah! I forgot. So I didn't mention that, but yes, Animalities are also coming with the expansion pack, and these lovely skins that they're gonna put on stream too. But oh my god, the Animalities. Scorpion is the Scorpion, right? Because like they did this in the past, where Scorpion was not Scorpion, but they showed that Scorpion there, and we saw that Melina we know is the praying mantis. I'm curious who the other ones are. Obviously we saw Cyrax is the Hornet. Which is cool. Okay, so that was the trailer. Curious to hear what you guys think. So, but to start off with, so this was not just a gameplay trailer. This was also full-on story trailer following, I guess, Cyrax's storyline. So it's interesting because I'm sure they're also going to do, before release, a Sektor one of these and a Noob Saibot one of these, which will be following their stories. Somewhat. Give us somewhat of their story. And so I wonder if they're going to do... I imagine they're not going to do another full-on like story trailer just focused on story. They'll just have the story elements in these and then the original trailer they showed off. But one thing I'm curious about, so they have them, or I should say Bihan has the Lin Kuei attacking his brother's wedding. And, you know, there's been speculation that the person that Kuai Liang is going to be marrying is Harumi, who is Scorpion's canonical wife in all the other timelines. Of course, Scorpion then was Hanzo. But I'm very curious if they're trying to set some sort of like traditional Scorpion idea up here, because if like Harumi gets killed and all the guests at the wedding, obviously not like Johnny and all of them, get killed, is this gonna turn Kuai Liang down a dark path, aligning with the Scorpion storyline? I'm very curious if they're gonna do that, and if so, how people are going to feel. And then, so it clearly is that Bihan is setting them down this path. Sektor and Cyrax are going along, but Cyrax is not really in favor of it, and at some point, she turns against them, so that's why we see her end up fighting Sektor. So again, these are a different story, but familiar elements. Obviously, the big elephant in the room, since we haven't talked about this, is that Sektor and Cyrax are now female characters. For me, I'm excited about this, especially because of the way that they look. Their designs are really sick. They've got really good voice actresses to portray them. So far, it all seems good to me. But I know not everyone's going to be super happy about that. But I'm just putting it out there that, yes, that is a thing. And I am cool with it. So in terms of the gameplay, you know, she definitely looks faster than we thought based on the little clip that was put on Twitter, the promo clip. But of course, that could have been like sped down a bit, slowed down a bit. I'm really curious about her bombs in particular. So Sektor obviously, you know, has always been a character that's good with like setups, traps, and that is not changing here. But at one point, we see her put out a bomb, and there are some that she puts out that just stay in place and then explode. I'm not sure if they're just based on a timer or if it's like, if you collide with it or hit it, then it explodes. I'm gonna have to go back and look. There might be both. But there also was one instance where where Cyrax was on one side, and she put out one of the bombs, and it rolled towards her opponent. Her opponent then jumped over, switched sides, and the bomb turned around and followed the opponent back the other direction. So that's got to be tracking, right? So at least one of the bomb options for Cyrax is tracking. So very cool. I'm definitely excited to try her out. The music in this trailer killed also, by the way. Like, it was ridiculously sick. And the new stage looks beautiful. I'm really excited for Animalities, I'm not gonna lie. So the one thing that has been missing so far from all of the Khaos Reigns stuff is any discussion of cameos. There's been no cameos announced for upcoming year 2 of Mortal Kombat 1. And you know, a lot of us were like, what is going on here? Are they gonna, obviously cameos are a huge central part of the game. And for the season 1 DLC, it went in a pattern of you had one main roster character released DLC and then one cameo released DLC. But so far they've only announced main roster characters. But Ed Boon did put a poll out on Twitter just yesterday, trying to get people's opinions about what cameos they might be interested in, and he was talking about how they had been having these discussions about Season 2 cameos. So sounds like, even though they haven't been announced yet, at some point in Season 2 we can expect more cameos. So, just for anyone out there that was concerned or curious, that does seem to be the case. And on top of this, just little elements that I got really excited about. You know, I talked about the Sektor and Cyrax, the new models. They have very Predator-esque elements. Well, they're totally playing up into that, because they showed when Sektor came up and attacked Cyrax, she full-on decloaked, you know, she came out just as we would expect, and as, you know, these cyber Lin Kuei have sometimes been able to do. She decloaked. So I'm wondering if that also will come into play in the movesets at all. We didn't see that at all with Cyrax, but maybe with Sektor. I also was really hoping that we were going to get to see more of like a hint of Sektor gameplay here in the section where she faced off with Cyrax, but they didn't. They just had Cyrax beat her up. So Sektor is a character I'm really excited to see more of. So I'm hoping that the next trailer they release will be Sektor, but, you know, Noob will also be interesting to see. I'm also curious to see how they're going to do the story previews for those two characters, because of course in everything we've seen so far here, where he appears, Bihan is still Sub-Zero. At some point, Bihan in this expansion story is going to become Noob Saibot. So I wonder how they're going to do the trailer for that, and for Noob, without giving away everything in the story about how that comes to pass. I'm really curious about that, and looking forward to it, because I'm sure they'll come up with something creative. But yeah, this was great. I'm really excited. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts as well. What do you think about Cyrax, both in terms of what we see in story here, the lines, the actual model, and of course the gameplay that we see some of here as well. And then anything else that I talked about, rambled on, you know, that you want to talk about, I'd love to hear your thoughts too. Game of Thrones reference, you guys know I've got my Game of Thrones dragons tattoos. I'm a big fan. So that got me. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Super happy to be back making videos with you again. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.